Hello friends and enemies, welcome to or back to Happy Pronounce Me Isabel here with a little check-in. So this has been a much requested video from at least people I talk to that watch my videos, and they really want to know about Kobo Plus and my thoughts and opinions on it and how I've enjoyed the service and things like that. So I'm here to talk to you about that because I've had Kobo Plus for 2 months now, and I feel like I've got a kind of a grip on the service and what I like and what I don't like about it that I can share it with you. I also will caveat all of this with the fact that most of my Kobo Plus reading has been via my phone, like on this, because I've been audiobooking predominantly. But Kobo Plus is a really fascinating service. I think it's a great competitor to Kindle Unlimited, depending on what you like to read and depending on if the books you want are there. So I have some big thoughts. Let me just kind of lay out the essentials for Kobo Plus. This is a service offered via the Kobo reading device. You can download the app on your phone and use it to read books on Kobo for free. Not every book, it is like KU. You know, authors are opting into this or publishers are opting into this, but they do have a nice price. So it is $7.99 a month for the ebook tier. It is $7.99 a month for just the audiobook tier, or you can pay $9.99 a month and get audiobooks and ebooks. And that is obviously already beating out KU because KU is $11.99 now. So it's had its price hike, at least in the States. I do not know the price of KU or any of this, obviously, outside of the States, but I do think that's important to know. So yeah, I think price-wise, it very easily has KU beat out if the kinds of books you like are on Kobo Plus. So let's just discuss like what I'm currently loving about the service, some of what I don't love. Okay, so one of the first things I noticed, and I got this tip from one of my members, and I adore them for this because it was such a good tip. Is that on Kobo, you can have what are called collections. So I'll put a screenshot of my collections up here for y'all. So you can have these collections, and then you can take the books you have downloaded or selected and put them in collections. So you can kind of quickly find the things you're looking for. And I really, 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 really love that. I truly love that so much. On Kobo Plus, or on the Kobo app in general, I feel like Kindle's collections are fine, but this is just like much, I don't know, it feels more streamlined in some ways than KU's. I will tell you that. So I do really like the collection setup. I have put a lot of the books that I want to read into collections and or also just added them to my library. So yeah, I really like the collection selection here. I found it very easy to navigate, very easy to use. One of the other things I'm absolutely adoring about Kobo Plus, and that I'm debating if I just want the $7.99 tier, I'm currently on the both tier, is that you can get a lot of the books you want to read on Kindle Unlimited audiobooks on Kobo Plus. I found there's a lot of books in my KU checkouts right now that I literally can just hop over to Kobo Plus and get the audiobook. I don't have to worry about a Hoopla credit. I don't have to worry about library wait times, or if it's even available in my libraries. And that at $7.99 is an insane deal, in my opinion. Like that is mind-boggling. We have not had a deal like that since we had Audible Escape. So I really, really love this feature. The other thing I'm absolutely adoring in Kobo for Kobo Plus is that you literally add a title to your library. There is no limit. You don't have to worry about if you have 20 books or less or more or anything like that. There's no limit. You just, when you see a book that interests you that's on Kobo Plus, you add it to your library and it's there. And I guess it's there to read as long as you've have it in your library, from what I can tell. I've not experienced anything being removed yet. I've not been on the service long enough to. But so far, everything I've added has stayed in my library. I've not had a single issue with that. I do think it vanishes if you end your subscription. I will say to keep that in mind. But I have just been like adding tons of audiobooks to my library that are KU books I'm interested in or I already have checked out, so I can just kind of bop back and forth. And I like using Hoopla in my library when I can, but I know not everyone has access to like a ton of Hoopla checkouts, which I don't have a ton either. I think I have like 6, maybe 8. So like this is a great way for me when I'm having an audiobook heavy month to really supplement my reading. The other thing I'm really, really, really loving is the amount of light novel audiobooks on here. So I want to read more light novels, but I do tend to like the audiobooks, and they can be a nice palate cleanser in between other books if I'm not sure what I want to read. And the sheer volume of light novels that I've saved to read is really thrilling to me. I love it. I think it's just so nice to see. Now I have to talk about what I don't love, of course. And I feel like every service has things you don't love about it, right? So for me, one of the things I will say is I think Kobo Search sucks. It's not the best. I don't really have a ton to say beyond that because it's just what it is. It kind of at times reminds me of Goodreads search, in which I'm just like fighting it to like give me what I'm looking for. I have also had a few issues with the audiobook player. Specifically, it was like late at night one night I was listening to an audiobook because I fell asleep and using the sleep timer. And like the audiobook player was like in the middle of the page instead of at the bottom on my phone, and it just like didn't want to cooperate, and I didn't want to like play my book. But again, it was late at night and I don't know what I did or if I did something. So not the end of the world, but not my favorite thing to have happen. So yeah, I've had to add the audiobook player act up a few times, but nothing horrendous, nothing like where I didn't just like reboot the app and have access again. When you're looking for a KU book, like Kindle Unlimited's on the top of the book, it's in a different font color, like it stands out. Kobo Plus, they kind of blend it in my opinion, and I'll show you a screenshot of what I'm talking about. And I wish that they would like put the text in red or something so that I just could see it quickly at a glance that it's in Kobo Plus. Again, it's not like constant, it's not the worst thing ever, but it is like a thing that I've noticed. Like my first instinct when I open the app isn't to go to the Kobo Plus section. It's that I am usually browsing the front page of their recommendations. I just wish it was like in a red font or something just slightly different to stand out a little more. But yeah, I also will say I found when I was initially signing up, I was trying to browse on the website on my computer, and I was frustrated because finding where the like Kobo Plus sort button was kind of hidden, and it just wasn't as like intuitive as I wanted it to be, which I feel that way about a lot of UI these days. I feel like a lot of website design is really clunky lately. But again, I feel that way about a lot of other website stuff too. But I will say, again, the same thing. I don't think it's always like as intuitive to find the Kobo Plus titles as it can be other times. Also, that it's harder because I feel like people don't rec Kobo Plus books as often, but we're working on it, right? Like I'm trying. But yeah, those are like my main complaints so far. Now, let me just talk about like who I think this is for, who I think would enjoy the service. I'm going to say this. If you miss Audible Escape and were an avid Audible Escape user, I think Kobo Plus is for you. I think it's for us. It is full of romance audiobooks. And it makes me so happy with how many audiobooks are on there. And there's non-romance titles, okay? Like, I'm a romance reader predominantly, so I'm going to be approaching this as a romance reader, right? But it is stuffed full of titles, and I am so happy every time. So yeah, I think if you are somebody like me who misses Audible Escape, which I understand why I had to go away, I do think it was not like benefiting the authors as much as I wanted to. This is a great option. I feel like if you do not have good access to a Hoopla or a Libby or a library system that has a lot of these books and is buying certain titles, it could be a really great option at this price point especially. It is really not that much money long term. I feel like to get on and off or to like maintain subscription service wise, like this is not, generally speaking, I don't know that this is like a break the bank subscription. Does that make sense? Like I don't feel like you're paying too much money for what you're gonna get, because if you listen to one audiobook a month, you've basically paid for it, because most audiobooks are at least $15 with a credit, and if they're not $15, they're $30+. So I think this is a great option for those people. I also think if you want to explore other genres, and again, I know KU has other genres on it. There's a wide world of books on Kindle Unlimited, but I feel like I've seen titles that I've been like, ooh, with Kobo Plus that I maybe have never seen on Kindle Unlimited or thought to pick up over there. And then again, if you're interested in light novels on audio, I think this is another fantastic option potentially. So yeah, I'm really liking Kobo Plus. I'm excited to keep using the service. Should I, like, I guess let me know, like, if you all have any questions you want me to answer, if you want me to, or if you want me to share, like, what I've read on Kobo Plus every couple months, I could do that. It would probably not be at the same cadence as KU check-ins, but it could be every, like, 1 month, every three or 4 months, maybe. But yeah, let me know down below. We'll see. I think if I continue to really like this service, I'm going to find a way to justify a Kobo Libra color to myself and review that for y'all, because I am interested in the device. I just don't necessarily want to drop the cash on one right this minute, obviously, with the way the world is. So I'm kind of saving up my pennies here and kind of chunking away a little bit of change from content to eventually buy one of these devices, because why not? But yeah, so let me know down below if you are using Kobo Plus and what you read and loved on there. If you don't do any of that, you can leave me plus emoji. I don't know what emoji to do for this video. You can do a plus emoji down there. I will have links to my friend anywhere on the internet that I am. And yeah, I'll be back to talk to y'all in just a few days. Bye.
Already packing, come with me. I'm not really asking. We'll get away to a place where we don't know. what we can be. Life with no distractions, we'll get away. This is what we waited